Hi everyone, this is Jody from An Eye for Beauty, and today is Sunday, August 7th, 2022. And this message is for this week or whenever it is that you see this message. I want you to take a look at the cards that are laid out right now, and I am going to choose 3 cards. So you decide if you would like to pick card number 1 or card number 2 or card number 3, or perhaps you would just like to listen to the message as a whole. So I'm going to start and put my energy, connect it with the cards just to see where they want us to begin. These cards are called the Quantum Oracle deck, and they tap into energies, intentions, consciousnesses, and we are looking at a general reading. So we're seeing where, as a human collective consciousness, we are for this first week of August. Okay. Now, card number 1 is Kindred Partnership. So the first week of August, the week prior to this week, was a very heavy, energetic week. And it has to do with, if you're someone that's interested in knowing more, it had to do with energies in general, and it had to do with the astrology that is going on. And it was quite heavy for many people. There was a solar flare that happened at the beginning of August, and the energy affected especially very sensitive people. It definitely affected me, and I am definitely sensitive. So if you felt extra heavy or extra like carrying burdens or just feeling off, this is why. But why it comes up is because truly what it is doing is it is helping you to work through things that you need to work through in order to heal. So I'm taking myself as an example, carrying burdens that I know that I've been carrying, but I'm still carrying them. I'm not working through it. And so what happens is, come the first week of January and all these energies are in play, it's basically forcing me to see what I don't want to see in order to work through it, acknowledge it, love it, and heal it. And so sometimes the universe has to hit us over the head with a brick if we are not doing our work. We are here to do all that we need to do to experience being a human. So while we have been taught in this society that we are just a physical being and we are just walking on this earth and being a human, we also have to tap into the spiritual body and the emotional body and the mental body. And we definitely have seen over the years how the mental body is a significant thing that we need to look at and keep healed. We also have seen in the last 2.5 years how the mental body has experienced a lot of upheaval for many people. And going through all that we went through was important for us to realize that your mental body is just as important as your physical body. And what it also did was to help us to tap into the spiritual body, because more and more people became awake through this process that we experienced through the last 2.5 years. And finally, you have to begin to feel all of your emotions. So as I sit here and I read this to you today, and I do these weekly readings, and I do all the card readings for you, I still have times when I'm not fully feeling my emotions, and I have to sit in them and feel them and lean into them and see what's coming up. We all have to do it. It's part of being a human. So if you are ignoring any parts of your body, physical, mental, spiritual, and emotional, this is an invitation to partner with yourself, your higher self, and start to do that work. That is the biggest part of what this card is representing. The more that you do this work, the more you feel in alignment with who you truly are here to be on this earth. Now, of course, there is a partnership here of 2 people that are in love, and they're having a great time, and they're on the beach, and they're by the water. So water represents emotions. So that's why that first part of what I said was so important to have been said. But the second part is, I want you to look at the people in your life, and are they really your soul family? Are you truly in alignment with the people that you are in partnership with? Whether it is a spouse or your siblings or your children or any family members or any business partners or any friendships, any relationships, any work relationships. This is your opportunity this month to go within and make sure that you are in alignment with all of the partnerships that you currently have in your life. If something doesn't feel right, it doesn't mean, cut it and walk away. But what it means is it's time to take a look at it. Stop ignoring what it is that you have not wanted to see. Acknowledge it. And maybe by you looking at all of that and being truthful with yourself, and maybe possibly truthful with the other person in the partnership, you actually might become closer. You might work through things and you will heal the relationship. So I hope for card number 1 people that resonated with you. This is our card number 1. I think I'm going to put it up here. Okay. Let's go with card number 2. Card number 2 is the loving woman. So we're here with people again. So this must be a week where we're truly looking at the people in our lives, the relationships in our lives. Card number 1 happened to be the number 1. So when you look at cards, we also look at the numbers. And the number 1 talks about you really tapping into your independent self and freeing yourself of all of the relationships that you might have once been codependent with, and beginning to look again with fresh new eyes to see what relationships truly are in alignment with me. Remember, that's card number 1. Now, card number 2 is the loving woman, and the number is 6. So first, I want to share with you that you are beginning to also be in alignment with the truest version of who you really are. By doing so, you're going to bring balance and harmony in your life. This particular woman has a dog, so maybe you have been thinking about getting an animal or a pet. And if an animal or a pet comes into your life, I want you to not just turn around and say no. I want you to consider it. Take a moment, pause, because this soul might be aligning with you to help you to experience more unconditional love than you ever have had in your entire life. See, all the fruit that is around this pet is also important because the fruit is representing abundance. So whether you're having a pet come into your life or not, abundance, relationships that you really feel aligned with the people that are in your life are going to bring you the most abundance ever, more than you ever have had before. And by doing that, you are going to feel more loving. When you feel self-love, you give yourself so much love on the inside, you're able to express that more on the outside to others. So if you chose card number 2, I want you to truly tap into your feminine side, whether you're a male or a female, your receiving side, your emotions, going back to card number 1, your emotions. We need to continue to feel and acknowledge what we're really feeling inside so that we can tap into the truest version of who we really are and surround ourselves with those people that support us and help us through this process rather than bring us down. This is card number 2. And then card number 3, I'm going to take the deck and reshuffle it. And let's see, card number 3 is hidden motivations. So for the people that chose card number 3, it may be you and you're not even realizing it that has a hidden motivation in relationships, or it may be someone that you are with that is doing the same. This card came up a lot over the last 2 years because it was really significantly explaining that the veil was being lifted or the curtain was going up, and what we thought was something, for example, the government is protecting us. What unraveled over the last 2.5 years was how really you have to be the person who takes care of and protects yourself and not rely on anything outside of yourself. So that veil, that curtain really had to go up for most people to see that and say, holy moly, I have been codependently relying on others, on government, on other systems to take care of me. And I've given my power away in doing so. Instead of keeping all of that power within myself, standing in my powerhouse, standing strong, standing firm, being sovereign, and knowing that I can take care of myself. Well, now, for card number 3, people, the intention is that something or someone or you have a hidden motivation when you are dealing with other people. So think about that and how that resonates with you. It may even be that you have been hiding a lot from yourself and now the curtain is lifting and you cannot run away from it anymore. You can't stick your head in the sand anymore with specific relationships in your life, and you have to look at it head on. Now you can shift your intention. Now that you have all of the information, now you can shift your intention and you can say, okay, now that I see everything clear as day for what it is, this is how I'm going to proceed forward. So as I always say, whether I'm teaching Reiki, in a session, doing these readings, everything is about intention. So it is important for you to get crystal clear. You can work with the Archangel Michael to help you with that. Get crystal clear with what it is that is your true intention. So hidden motivation, the energy of that is nowhere to be seen when you have an intention. And you're not even considering, sometimes we can manipulate a situation without even realizing it because we're putting our intention in front of everything else. So this card is asking you to be purely intentional with whatever it is that you are creating in your life at this time. Make sure that you're crystal clear. Make sure that you're calling in the Archangel Michael. Make sure that if you are going through something, you ask for everything to be revealed to you, for nothing to be hidden, even if it feels uncomfortable. This is the month of the Leo sign. This is the month of the natural born leader. Today is August 7th. August 8th, we step into what's called the Lion's Gate portal. And you can Google that and look into that further. But it's 8-8. 8 is all about abundance. And it is a significant step as we go through the month of August to help us to truly align with and connect with our truest, most authentic self for our highest good. So I hope that this message today is helping you to understand that we are truly tapping into our truest, most loving versions of ourselves in an equal balanced state. And that is the goal. How many of us will do that? I don't know. But if you're watching this today, hopefully you are taking the first step towards that direction. Truly to drop all of the masks, all of the things that you might have been hiding from yourself in order to truly partner with the highest version of yourself, your higher self. I hope that this message helped you in some way today. I wish you blessings and I wish you a great week. Bye-bye.